let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you very much for being here. It's good to have a full complement. What we will do is I'm going to start off again. I want to introduce Michelle Clancy. She is our recording secretary. And what we're going to do is I'd like to start with Representative Tregenza, go around the table. And if a person comes in and sits there, it will be Representative McConkey. So, Representative Tregenza.
I'm Norman Tregenza from Madison. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dino Scala from Wakefield.
I'm Harry from Ossipee.
Steve Schmidt from Wolfboro.
Gene from Bartlett.
Karen Humberger from Conway.
Joe Fleck, Wakefield.
Betsy Patton from Moultonborough.
Chris Alder from Wolfboro.
Frank McCarthy, Conway.
Lori Patton from Bartlett.
Dave Babson, Ossipee.
Dave Knox, Wolfboro.
And the commissioners is Commissioner Solomon, Sorensen, and Kenny. Okay? So that is good. All right, if everyone will, we put the sheriff's budget on hold. If you would please turn to page 8 under the expenditures.
You got more than that? The one that's updated? I think that's the one that was updated. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
page 8 for the Sheriff's Department for line item 013 under retirement expense. The number that we looked at for retirement went up to 134,840. That changes the bottom line to if you go to the bottom line of number page 10, that changes the bottom line for the Sheriff's Department to 1,766,118. I think that takes care of the questions that we had last week. Would anybody like to make a motion?
No, not yet.
Yes, Representative Umberger.
Did Representative McConkey go through all of the changes that we had made to the budget?
They're all on this, if you got the pencil, the yellow one.
If you have the yellow, there was a revised budget that we got last week, updated 112, what we used last week, and all the changes that the subcommittees did.
That's it, it's not in yellow.
Point of order, Madam Chairman?
Yes.
I think it was 316 was the update, not 112.
112.
You just said we updated 112.
I'm sorry.
316.
Yes. There is a update, 2012. It's right here on the first page.
Yeah.
That's the updated revised version for 2012, and it is dated 3/16. So we didn't go through them, but they have been incorporated. If you want to go through them, you may.
Well,
Madam Chair?
Yes, Representative McCarthy.
Yes, I'm on that subcommittee as well, and Representative McConkey started to go through them, but as he did, we found that they were already incorporated in this, so we didn't go through them all because they were already incorporated.
Right.
Okay, the one thing that was not incorporated was the 134,840.
Right, that was new.
That was a new one.
Could you go over that bottom line again for me?
Okay, the bottom line, after we added the one, changed the 134,840, the bottom line becomes 1,766,118.
Thank you.
all right, I'll make the motion.
Okay, there's a motion by Representative,
Is that correct?
that's what I got from Kathy.
Okay, maybe I'm looking at something wrong. Okay.
You have to find
Oh,
the
yeah, right,
difference
that's the
between
difference.
here to
Okay,
go.
that's fine. I just want to make sure.
I cheated because the office knows that I can't do math, so they gave me the correct number.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, so there's a motion by Representative Umberger to approve the Sheriff's Department $1,766,118. There is a second by Representative Schmidt. Any questions?
Yes, I do, Madam Chairman.
Yes,
Thank you. The
Representative
Commissioners, if I
Shannon.
may, yeah.
Yes.
Your salary increases take effect April 1st?
Union contract, yeah.
So do the salary increases in here?
No, there are no
No.
salaries for the sheriff.
The union contract
Is
is
the
up
jail.
this year, so everything is in there already.
Right, but my point is the amount of money in the budget for a 12-month period or the 9 months?
Well, it goes April 1st is when the contract's.
Right, it goes April 1st to
Yep.
January 1st.
Yep.
You only need 9 months.
April to
If you
April.
give someone a $10,000 raise, let's say, you only need to give them 3/4 of that to
No, it's
cover the
April to
year.
April.
Well, we're
But
not
yeah,
on-
you gotta take in the first
3 months.
3 months, and then the 9
Right,
months.
But the amount of the, excuse me, the amount of the increase, you only have to show 9 months worth. Because when you start next January, we're in
Right,
next year's
you're
budget.
right.
That's all.
Yeah.
And if we go through that, you'll find that you can save money all the way through this every time there's a raise. For instance, the assistant county attorneys, we gave them all that, but they don't need, to give them $6,000 a year, we only need to give them 3/4 of that to pay them for 9 months of the year, that's all.
Is it in there for the 3 months plus the 9 months? It's in there for the whole year?
No.
This contract isn't being
The
renegotiated.
salary money that's in there, it's in there for the first 3 months, is at the current rate, then April 1st, when it incorporates the raises.
Well, that was my question. So that is the case. You only budgeted the increase for 9 months.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, Representative Algren, and then we'll go to Representative McCarthy.
Yeah, I was just only going to comment that the sheriff's budget was already negotiated, so they have incorporated the differentials. The other budgets, though, however, we may have a question about.
Okay, Representative McCarthy.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would reiterate what Representative Algren just said, that the sheriff's contract calls for a 2% cost of living increase on a yearly basis. No matter where the cost of living goes, it can go down 50 points, they still get a 2% COLA increase. But that's the only raise, really, they get, except step raises and longevity raises, so it's already in the contract.
Any further questions? All those in favor of $1,766,118, say aye. Aye. Those opposed?
No.
No. Representative Tregenza in the negative. Okay, let's go to the dispatch. One of the things that happens is that their retirement also went down. Well, changed. It went down. It was last week it was at 42,000. The new number, if you go to line number 013 for retirement expense, it is now 39,077. And that changes the bottom line to 779,281, which is on page 11. Has everybody got that?
The retirement figure?
779,281.
The retirement figure again is 39,077. Instead of the 42,149, it's 39077. The bottom line, that is on page 11, becomes 779,281. Any questions on that? Is there a motion?
So moved.
There's a motion by Representative Fleck to approve for the dispatch 779,281. Is there a second? Second by Representative Scalia. I got that at the end. Huh?
Yeah, but my hand.
No.
Yes, her hand went up first. I didn't see it.
Bidding.
No problem.
Yeah, okay. So,
You're looking right
any
at me.
further questions, Representative Umberger?
Who do we have seconding the motion?
Scalia.
Oh, Dino, okay.
Dino.
please.
Okay?
Didn't have it if it was gonna be
Any
something
further
easy.
questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed.
No.
Tregenza in the negative. And we have one more change that we put, it's on waterworks, and after we do this, you'll excuse me, I'll go to public input because I forgot to do that. Go to page 4. We did change on waterworks. Under the new equipment line, I think, no. Yes. Under new equipment line, it went from $1,500 to $1.
We did that.
We did it.
I know, but, okay, all right, I'm sorry, we did
What's the
that.
line number?
The line number is 097, and then we changed it to 55115.
Right.
So that's already done, we don't have to do anything with that, I'm sorry. We already did that last week. Okay, because I was remiss, are there any, I'm gonna go to the public input. Is there anybody that would like to talk to us? Yes, sir.
David Steer, County Sun. I was just wondering, did we approve the money for the special prosecutor, or is that somewhere else?
We have not taken that up, we did not approve it.
Okay.
Okay, another question, any other questions? Mr. Brown? And thank you for your questions last week.
You're welcome. We're having another problem with the bidding process again here in county. Apparently there's no policy, and without a policy, there's no process. So once again, the commissioners are up to, this is how we've always done it here in the county. We have an IT bid that is up. Apparently it only went in the paper for one day. And the problem is that without a process, the commissioners, once again, are steering the bid to align their people with our tax dollars. So therefore, the taxpayers of the county would request that the delegation act today and defund the IT portion of every department's budget until the taxpayers can get a fair and equitable IT bid. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. Are there any further questions or input from the public? Okay. Thank you, the bidding process. Okay, I'd like now to go to the Carroll County delegation page, which is going to be on page 19. And I'm going to ask you to increase, well, you figure out how to do this. What has happened is that since probably for 18 years, we've been at $100 meeting. That amount of money isn't covering the time. I had Michelle take the time that she was here. Last week we were here for about 6 hours. Took her 5.5 hours to do the minutes, and then 2.5 hours to do the corrections that I had her do so that she gets the format. So all in all, that would be, when we did it, and let me see, I got, Kathy told me, Kathy Gary of the business office told me that the amount of money that was paid to the last person that taking minutes is $13.50. So we did that, multiplied it, and it came out to about $189 plus mileage. So I'm asking that we add enough money so that what happens is we can get it to $200 a meeting. Representative Chandler.
Thank you. I would move we increase the line 029 to $2,000 and decrease line 070 travel expense to $4,000.
Okay.
And therefore the bottom line will remain the same.
There's a motion by Representative Chandler to increase 029 to 2,000 and decrease 070 to 4,000. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Representative Umberger. Okay, is there a motion to approve 12,151?
How about some discussion?
Oh, excuse me, Representative, can we have discussion? And we did the okay to changes. Everybody's okay with that? All those in favor of the changes?
No, I would like to discuss it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm running ahead. Representative Benson.
Definitely having had some experience with someone that has done this, I know it's worth more money, but if you're gonna double the rate, is it fair to the public that the job was open and for twice what it was worth? Or what we advertised it at $100 and now you're gonna pay $200?
That's true. What would you like to do?
I know one person that would have applied if they'd known it was this kind of money.
Okay, what do you want to do, Representative Umberger?
Yeah. To the best of my knowledge, the salary was not described in the advertisement. Is that correct?
I think that's right.
Yeah. There was, the salary was not described in the advertisement. So, if, you know, someone could have applied, and I think there were, what, 3 applications?
4.
4, okay, 4 applications. And if someone wanted to know what the salary was, then obviously during the interview process, they could have asked. And so, and in truth, about, I don't know, 5 months ago or so, I had sent a note to Betsy that indicated that it was probably in our best interest to look at increasing the salary of our secretary. And this is the first time that we have had an opportunity to discuss this. This is not something that had not been thought about previously, because it had. And
the rate was not. We had not figured out what the rate would be, but that we would have to do something because we were going through too many secretaries. Go ahead, Representative Babson.
I would sit here and say that we've had plenty of opportunity to discuss this, and that in fact, as I said, I know one person did it, thought it should have been raised then. I don't think it's right. First of all, if somebody applies for a job, I'm sure they're gonna, Representative Umberg, in some process, somewhere in the process, gonna ask what it pays. So it's gonna get into they're gonna know. I just don't like the idea of raising the rate after we've hired somebody.
Okay, Representative McCarthy.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, my question is, you know, we get $100 a year and travel about 40,000 miles a year. If I remember correctly, last year we didn't get mileage coming down to Ossipee during the end of the year because we ran out of money. And now we're going to take another $1,000 out of travel.
I don't think that, just for the record, correct?
Representative Chandler?
Well, I don't think that's accurate. I don't think anyone would have mileage from this delegation, would they?
No.
Do what? Can't hear you.
Delegation members got their mileage.
Well, I know I was told that, no, we're not going to get mileage because we ran out of money. I don't know, I might have dreamt it.
If I could,
yeah.
If you look on page 20, you will see that travel expenses, we had budgeted 5,000 and we only spent 2,636 for the year. So there was money there, and I'm not exactly sure who told you that, but we did agree to last year to, if you were coming down to subcommittee meetings, that if you wanted to apply for travel expenses, you could. And I think that we have, you know, those that wanted to have, and those that didn't.
Okay, as long as it's in there, that's all.
Yeah. I do remember saying that if we ran out of money, the mileage money, you wouldn't get mileage money. I remember saying that.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, Representative Chandler?
Yes, thank you. In response to Representative Babson, I just would point out that I suppose, but this person's hired, she's been here at least a couple times now, and
This is her second time.
second time, that's a couple, yeah. And is learning the ropes, and we're giving county attorneys, as I expect, the assistant county attorneys a 15% raise, and I don't see we're not gonna advertise those jobs out again for people to come, and that's quite a bit of a difference in that salary. So, I mean, I think that's what happens, and if we can keep someone that's good, fine. Usually the way these things go, she probably won't be here long anyway. So we'll be advertising.
Not because you don't want to, but
No.
because we are not.
Oh, no, I know that. I was just saying.
It is more Russ than it is you,
Tend to go
Michelle.
through them pretty good, so.
No, I'm all set.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're back to the motion for 12,150, no, we're back to the motion of changing
Line 29.
line 29 to 2,000 and reducing the travel expense to 4,000,
Line 70.
line 70. Okay? On page 20. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No.
And Babson is in the negative for that one. Okay, now, is there a motion to approve 12,151
Sure.
for the county convention? Representative Chandler moves 12,151. Is there a second?
Yes.
Second by Representative Schmidt. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Okay, we have that. All right, I'd like now to go to the nursing home. And we have nursing home administration. The bottom line is $1,148,581. Is there a motion, and would anybody like to discuss anything?
I'll move the bottom line.
Representative Fleck moves to approve $1,148,581. Is there a second? Seconded by Representative Mallon. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Okay. Nursing home dietary. We have a bottom line number on page 23 of $1,586,083. Is there a motion?
Sure.
There's a motion by Representative Chandler,
Second.
second by Representative Fleck, to approve $1,586,083. Discussion, Representative Algren.
Thank you. Just my question is, are the new labor contracts, did we change the salaries yet on these for the new
The
contracts? Are
updated
we talking about that?
2012, the updated 2012 one that we're working on, you'll see the numbers that they have been included. If you,
We haven't approved it yet.
we have not approved the contract yet. If you want to switch and do the contract first, we can. Or do you want to go through the, let's go to the contract.
On the order, Madam Chairman, don't you have a?
Yes, do I have a motion on? I have a motion on the floor, so what we have to do is, we'll discuss the motion. What do you want to do with the motion?
Discuss it.
Well, I guess my first question is, and going along with Representative Chandler's questioning, was, do these increases reflect just the 9 months of the increase of the salary, or is it for a whole year?
Kathy, you want to explain that?
So it's for 9 months?
Yes.
The increase incorporates 9 months?
The answer to that question is that it's prorated for the first 3 months, and that the full rate of the 30 is in the 9 months. Now, what do you want to do? Let's look at the contract before we go to the motion. Representative McCarthy?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. It's, if we're gonna go to the contract, then I think it's up to the Commissioner to inform the delegation of each and every cost item contained within the contract, and if there's any changes between that and the previous contract. That is the responsibility of the Commissioner.
Okay, and last week they did talk to us about
I don't have an extra.
in the minutes, and I can't remember. Commissioner Sorensen, I do know that the proposal for the nursing home contract is 30 cents for 2012 per hour, 40 cents per hour for 2013. And
Correct.
Commissioner, would you like to give us the cost?
I gave you that figure last week, and I don't have it with me right now.
Okay, I think that,
And to answer Representative McCarthy's question, the additional increase would be 6.2% for Social Security, 1.45% for Medicare, and 8.8% for retirement, on top of the 30 cents.
Those are the only cost increases?
That's, yeah.
now, let me see. I know that we have the amounts here, now you can see.
Did you say unemployment as well? Commissioner Sorensen, did you say unemployment as well?
I said Social Security, Medicare, and retirement.
And what about unemployment?
Unemployment is based on your tax of base, everyone's base, like 1 year was 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, so any, the taxes on that base, you know, so if someone makes 40,000, the taxes on the 12,000.
So if the salary goes up, the unemployment goes up?
If the salary goes above $12,000, no, if they're making 10,000, they go to 12,000. Yes, but the most bases, everyone falls within that first initial 12,000.
Okay, so there was no increase in
No.
unemployment. Okay, thank you.
Okay, wait a minute. The amount of money for the raises for 2012 is $37,188. Then, that's for 2000, this is just for the amount of money, it's not for the benefit. For 49,584 for 2013. That is not the 49,584.
That's the pay raise?
For 2013. That's the amount of money that would be added for the cost increase, and then there is the increase for the Social Security, Medicare, and retirement, and there is an amount for unemployment that I don't think is based on the 30 cents and 40 cents per hour. Yes, Representative.
Last week,
Narrow.
we had a question on the contract. It was in here not, and they gave us a copy of last year's and this year's. And I laid both of them side by side and went over them page by page, and I don't have a problem with them.
I do see the one thing we talked about was the nursing home employees will be getting one free meal. And I talked with Commissioner Sorensen. That is also the same with the jail deputies because they cannot leave the campus. Everyone else will be going to, costing their meals the 1st of April. That's when that will change. Yes, Representative McConkey.